Here with guidebook author Bryce Stevens, getting ready to go to Blake Island to do the loop, and to get there we're going to board some kayaks.
One of the biggest perks of Blake Island is that we didn't have to give play-by-play directions in the book. It's very easy. You just follow the perimeter of the island and you will eventually just get back to where you started from. It's a nice, easy, comfortable hike where you don't have to do anything but walk and look at wildlife and enjoy the scenery. Well, I was walking around Blake Island and it felt like it could be anywhere in Alaska or Vancouver or maybe the Inside Passage, somewhere very remote. And then you look over here and you see the Space Needle and the Seattle skyline. You know, we have millions of people all around us, but it feels so remote, which is incredibly great. Well, congratulations to Best of the Northwest for completing all of the hikes in 60 hikes within 60 miles of Seattle. It was a great trip and I was very, very happy to be part of it.
Salish Sea coastline and the islands are wonderful in springtime. Ebey's Landing is a special place. Steeped in history, this beach-to-bluff trail has sweeping views from the Olympic Peninsula to Canada, across the Strait of Juan de Fuca. Welcome to Best of the Northwest. From the parking lot, head north up wooden stairs, through long grasses along open farmlands. The trail steepens to crest the high bluffs, which soon reveal views of Perrego's Lagoon below. Be sure to watch your footing along the rolling trail before descending from a viewpoint at the far northern end. The sandy switchbacks connect to the lower beach trail, inset between the lagoon and the beach, forming an elongated loop back to the beachside parking lot. Experience the seaside splendor on this Deception Pass Trail link-up. With jaw-dropping views around nearly every corner, this spectacular seaside route travels across tide pools, beaches, bridges, and bluffs. Shuttle a car for a one-way 10K or 20K out and back. From the Rosario Head parking lot, head southwest to the now marked tide pool trails at Urchin Rocks.
So thanks for staying on the rope trail.
Loop around to trails above Sharp Cove, which climbs before descending to Bowman Bay. Circle around the Bowman Bay trails to connect with the reservation head on the Lottie Bay side. Open expanses at Lighthouse Point are followed by steep pirate coves. Loop around and back, up to Deception Pass, to cross the spectacular bridges. Take a left at the far side, crossing under the bridge, and then up the trail to the summit of Goose Rocks. Soak in the views before looping around the Goose Rocks perimeter trail. Cut back under the bridge, descending to Max Cove, and final beach stretch to West Point and Cranberry Lake. Experience the seaside splendor on this Deception Pass Trail link-up.
Useless Bay Park and Tidelands. The Double Bluff Park features a restroom and outdoor shower, something you may need to wash the sand and saltwater off after exploring the Useless Bay Park and Tidelands. With views of Seattle skyscrapers in the distance, Useless Bay features tidelands popular for clamming and shallow tide pools below high sandy bluffs. Walk southwest from the parking lot along the beach that wraps around below the sandy bluffs. Follow the Blue Heron's lead and take a close look at the tide pools for tiny creatures. The far bluffs at 2 miles makes a good turnaround point on this out and back beach hike. Meadowdale County Park and Beach. The 1.25-mile trail down the Meadowdale Beach flows through a quiet Lunds Gulch tucked right in the Edmonds neighborhood. A well-maintained trail and plenty of interesting finds along the way make the Meadowdale County Park Trail a friendly hike for kids. Along the way, spot massive stumps of old-growth trees. Lunds Creek, which supports a salmon spawning in the fall. Canopies of alder, fir, and giant maple.
Oh boy.
Follow bridge crossings to an open picnic area.
Hold it. Are we supposed to walk over this?
With an exciting tunnel entrance to access the beach under the railroad tracks. Be mindful of running water on the trail during the wetter times of year, as the trail is also the stream. The passageway dramatically opens to the beach, with views of southern Whidbey Island and the Kitsap Peninsula. Loop around the other side of Lunds Creek to make a lollipop loop. Save some juice to climb up the 400-foot hills to the parking lot.
The Outer Bluffs Trail climbs through the forest, crosses salmon spawning streams, rolls through stands of giant maple, before descending back down to the beach and central play area. Ask a Seattleite what the biggest, most spectacular park in the city is. Chances are they'll reply, Discovery, without missing a beat. With dramatic open vistas from the South Bluffs, descending the winding trails through the woods to the rocky beach. The Discovery Park Lighthouse at the point makes way to sandy beaches and more sweeping views to the north. Being accessible year-round, Discovery Park has something for everyone. Discovery Park Outer Loop Trail. With so much to offer, it might be hard to leave.
Vashon Island Point Robinson and Maury Island Regional Marine Park Trails. A short forested trail reveals the Point Robinson Lighthouse on an out-and-back seaside stroll sure to delight beachcombers. From the lighthouse, follow the beach southwest through a short paved section. Most of this hike is on the beach with no existing trail, best to hike at low tide. The far side at the Maury Island Regional Marine Park is a good turnaround point.
Almost almost as convenient as a rest stop right off I-5. The Nisqually National Wildlife Refuge is a spectacular setting for bird and wildlife viewing. Boardwalk paths lead through forested areas and grasslands,
That would be a really good picture.
where river and streams mix with salty seawater to provide a wide range of habitats for wildlife. Take the 5.5-mile outer loop or the shorter 1-mile loop boardwalk. Interpretive signs, river overlooks, and photo blinds make this a popular spot for wildlife photography. You may spot a few impressive lenses among the birds.
Hood Canal and Feller Wetlands. Explore the ecosystems of saltwater and freshwater marshes with the help of the Education Center and interpretive trails at the Feller Wetlands. Park at the community center. Check for year-round activities happening here. Donations for trails and programs can be made at the trailhead. Start down the Rock Wall Trail to the Education Center, where you're greeted by the skeleton of a whale found nearby. Many species of plants native to the area are labeled in the interpretive garden. Take the South Marsh Trail, an out and back viewing platform of Lynch Cove and the Hood Canal. The River Estuary Trail can be looped around Tidelands, over bridges, along the Union River, crossing boardwalks, and back along the Johnson Farm, connecting the main trail and starting point. Great habitat for birdwatching and observing the dynamic Tide Flats ecosystem.
Hilly, tree-covered loops in the Green Mountain and Wildcat Lake area culminate at the Green Mountain Viewpoint, offering a distinctive view of Bremerton and the Seattle skyline. Display State Parks Pass on the dash in the parking lot. The trail begins on the Tin Creek Connector Trail to the Gold Creek Trail near the bridge crossing. Head uphill along with horseback and dexterous motorbike riders passing by the Wildcat and Beaver Pond loops. To the upper parking lot, where it is a short jaunt to a great picnic spot at the scenic overlook on the second highest point of the Kitsap Peninsula, with the best views looking over Bremerton to Seattle, with the Cascades behind. Loop back down on the Beaver Pond Trail to Plummer, for views across the southern Olympic Mountains. Back along Gold Creek to connect to Tin Creek Trail, returning to the trailhead. With higher elevations still shrouded in snow, the lowland coastal and seaside hikes are a great warm-up for a summer on the trails. Having more of the trails to yourself is another benefit of hiking the seaside in the spring. Not to mention shorter ferry wait times than in midsummer. So what are you waiting for? If the clouds part, it's sure to be spectacular. If not, the islands offer an unmatched peacefulness, even in blustery weather. The trails await.